Good morning, class. My name is Anindita Hazarika and I am your trainer for this academic session. I welcome you on board to AB Global Institute of Teacher Training. Today is the day one of your training, and in this module, we are going to introduce you to National Education Policy 2020. This NEP 2020 is a game changer in Indian education system as it replaces the old school methodology of teaching and school structure that was last reformed in the year 1986. Every teacher must be thorough with the guidelines of NEP. So let us go ahead and discuss what is NEP and its key features. National Education Policy 2020 is a comprehensive framework to revamp the education system. It touches upon a range of critical areas from early childhood education to higher learning, vocational training, and teacher education. The policy aims to make education more holistic, integrated, flexible, and aligned with 21st century skills. So basically, NEP 2020 is a major reform in India's education system. It aims at making learning more holistic, more flexible, multidisciplinary, and aligned with the needs of the 21st century. That means modern India. Okay. Now, NEP is actually a vast document. Okay. Therefore, in this module, we shall discuss only 10 major updates that is included in this policy and which are utmost important. Okay. Let's move ahead. Number one is the school structuring. Now, NEP replaces the old school system of 10 plus 2, which means earlier formal schooling period used to start in class 1 when a child is around 5 or 6 years of age, right? But there was no proper age criteria defined when to start sending the child to school. So usually parents send their child at around 5, 6 so that by age 16 they can appear for their board examination, which was a standard age criteria then. So most parents also had to later modify the age or date of birth of the child in order to make them eligible to appear for high school leaving or matriculation board examination. But now NEP has defined that a formal schooling will start from age 3. Yes, from age 3. That means they have now given utmost importance to foundational years of a child and accepted the concept of play school, nursery, or kindergarten in their school structure and termed the first 5 years as foundational years. So the first stage is this foundational year, that is from grade pre-nursery to class 2. Next is the preparatory stage, that is from grade 3 till grade 5. Okay. Then comes the middle school, that is class 6, 7, and 8. And then the last stage is called secondary stage, that is class 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very soon, they are also planning to remove the board exams of 10th, and student will be giving their final board exams in 12th itself. Okay, so this is all about the new structuring of the school. Moving ahead. Okay, now number 2 is emphasis on early childhood care and education. Recognizing the critical importance of early childhood development, NEP 2020 prioritizes ECCE. Okay. This policy aims to provide universal access to quality ECCE for all children between age 3 and 6 years. Now, in urban areas, parents are quite aware of this and they send their child to private play schools and so on. But in rural areas, parents are not aware of this thing. So, government has now introduced Anganwadi centers. They have integrated these Anganwadi centers in lower primary schools that are available in those areas. Okay. Now government is asking that instead of letting your child waste that foundational years, just roaming around and playing, send them at least for an hour or two to a structured center wherein they will get to learn something meaningful. They will obviously get to play and do activities, but they will also get to learn something, right? So this is the concept of this Anganwadi centers and play schools. Universal access means that's because the people from rural area, they cannot afford to send their child to private play schools and so on. So these Anganwadi centers are now into picture. Okay. All right. Let's move ahead. So next is the multilingualism and mother tongue as medium of instruction. So wherever possible, the medium of instruction till grade 5 or preferably till grade 8 will be the child's home language. Okay, for example, a child in Tamil Nadu might be taught in Tamil till class 5, making it easier for them to understand the concepts. For example, a child speaking, coming from an Assamese family, okay, all of the family members speaks Assamese in his home language, basically. But then he comes to an English medium school and the concepts are taught to him in English. So it creates a confusion and difficult for him to understand certain concepts. So NEP suggests that a child should be taught in mother tongue, preferably till class 5 or till class 8. But most of the private schools, they do not follow this because we believe that a child should be exposed to spoken English as much as possible in their within the school premises. That's how they will, develop the skill of spoken English. Okay. Because English is a medium that they are going to study, so it is very important for them to understand and get exposed to that language only. All right. Now, multilingualism means promotion of Indian languages with an option to learn Sanskrit and foreign languages. For example, a school might offer French, which is a foreign language, Sanskrit and Kannada as elective language. Okay, so they should have option of offering multi languages. Okay, that's what is multilingualism means. All right. So moving now, next is the holistic and multidisciplinary education, which is a very important point included in NEP. Okay, it states here NEP 2020 promotes a shift from rote learning, the parrot learning that we used to call, the memory based learning, to experiential, the hands on experiential learning. Okay, and inquiry based learning, encouraging critical thinking and problem solving skills among students. So in NEP, focus is given on holistic, which means all-round development, okay, and skill-based learning. Now emphasis on critical thinking, creativity, and problem solving, extracurricular activities integrated with academics. Example, debates, coding, art, and sports are part of the academic curriculum now. Okay. Next is single stream institutions to become multidisciplinary. For example, an engineering college must also have the provision to offer humanities or art courses too, so that the student can select according to his choice. Okay, like there should not be any rigid stream separation like we used to have in our time. After completing our matriculation examination, we are supposed to select a stream like arts, science, commerce, and computer. I think those were the 3 to 4 streams that we used to select. Primarily we used to select science and arts, and in science we have some fixed subjects like physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, and as an alternative we used to have English. Okay, so right now, what NEP says is that a student must be allowed to select his own subjects. There should be no rigid stream separation, like a student can study physics with history and music in high school. Okay, so this has been the new update in NEP. All right. Now, there is also a provision of flexible curriculum and multiple exit option. Multiple exit option means, let's say a student has enrolled in a 3-year or 4-year integrated degree program. After 1 year, he decides to drop out because maybe he got a job or maybe he decides to pursue something else. Okay, now since if he completes 1 year and he appears for his examinations and he clears, he get a certificate for that 1 year. Okay, that means that 1 year is not wasted. All right, next, uh, If he completes 2 years, then he will be awarded a diploma, and for completing 3 or 4 years, he will be awarded a bachelor's degree. Okay, so this has been the recent change. Okay, now let's move ahead. Focus on foundational literacy and numeracy. Okay, now the mission of NEP is to ensure that every child attains foundational skills by grade 3. Foundational skills are like reading simple stories. They are able to solve basic math problems without any help. So this is called foundational skills. Okay. Moving ahead, uh, promoting vocational education and skill development. Now, NEP 2020 aims to integrate vocational education into the mainstream education, breaking down the artificial barriers between academic and vocational streams. The policy promotes vocational training and skill development programs that are aligned with industry needs, providing students with practical skills and hands-on experience to enhance their employability. It envisions the establishment of vocational training centers in schools and higher educational institutions. Now, there has been early introduction of vocational education. Okay, vocational exposure to start from grade 6 onwards, including hands-on training. Student will learn basic skills such as carpentry, electric work, gardening, baking, pottery, etc. Okay. Now it encourages learning by doing approach, which means a sixth grade student may learn how to repair basic electrical appliances or grow vegetable in a school garden. Okay. Uh, so many schools have also provision of internship with local experts. Now, students from grade 6 to 12 will get internship opportunity with local businesses, craftsmen, or entrepreneurs. So this actually will help students gain real world work experience, right? Isn't that interesting? So now a student may also do a 10-day internship with a local bakery, a tailoring shop or auto repair garage during his summer vacation. So I really like this concept. I don't know how much all the schools are implementing this, but this is a really nice concept that has been introduced by NEP. Now, okay, moving ahead, next we have board exams reform. Okay, board exams are to be made easier, which means focus on conceptual understanding, not the rote learning method. Okay, multiple attempts will also be allowed. Example, instead of memorizing facts, student will solve real life application question in board exams. Okay, now holistic progress card has also been introduced. Report cards will include academics, extracurricular and emotional development, including peer and self-assessment. Example, a student's report might show progress in math, music skills, and teamwork as well. Okay. Now, there is establishment of Parak. Parak is performance assessment review and analysis of knowledge for holistic development. Basically, it is Parak standardizes assessment across schools. Example, all class 10 students, whether in CBSE or state board, will be assessed on similar competency-based parameters. Okay. There is also provision of academic bank of credits, ABC, which means it is actually a digital credit for completed course that can be transferred across institution. For example, let's say a student has done one semester at Dibrugarh University, okay, and then he decides to drop out and he pursues something else in another university. Okay, so that academic credit in his first semester will be stored digitally, and you can utilize that semester's credit towards his new course that he has enrolled in another university. Okay, now let's move ahead. transforming teacher education. Okay. Now, NEP recognizes the pivotal role of teachers in shaping the future of education and emphasizes the need to enhance the quality of teacher education programs. The policy envisions a 4-year integrated B.Ed program as the minimum qualification for teachers, aiming to provide comprehensive training in subject knowledge, pedagogy, and classroom management. Now, NEP aims to elevate the status of teachers and ensure that only the best and the most motivated individuals enter the teaching profession. By integrating training, ensuring continuous learning, and reforming recruitment, NEP 2020 envisions empowered and high quality teachers who can transform India's education landscape. Now, this integrated teacher education program, ITEP. Okay. Now, NEP mandates a 4-year integrated B.Ed degree as the minimum requirement for teaching by year 2030. Now, this course combines subject knowledge, pedagogy, and practical training. For example, a student aspiring to become a school teacher, let's say science teacher, can now enroll in a 4-year integrated BSc, B.Ed, instead of completing a separate 3-year BSc and then again another 2-year B.Ed program later. Okay, this integration actually reduces time and improves the preparedness. CPD, continuous professional development. Now, teachers will undergo 50 hours of CPD annually to update their pedagogical skills. Digital literacy and subject knowledge. For example, a history teacher might attend a CPD workshop on using augmented reality, AR, okay, the one that we use in the AR, augmented reality machines, the VR machines that we use, where the children are given the option to view certain videos in 3D or 5D mode. Okay, so such workshops are organized for teachers to make learning more interactive. Now, the recruitment process has also been enhanced. Recruitment will be done through merit-based and transparent process at all levels. Okay. For example, State Education Department might use a national level teacher eligibility test, the CTET. Okay, and now the state TET examination. They are all conducted followed by interviews and demo class to assess teaching ability and subject knowledge. Even for all private institution for teaching job, now B.Ed is essential qualification that they ask, and even for pre-primary, now the essential qualification like a nursery teacher training or early childhood care and education, these kind of certifications or diploma in elementary education, they are a must. Okay. Okay, now let's move ahead. Number 9 is higher education reform. Now, NEP introduces several reforms in higher education. There is an establishment of HECI, Higher Education Council of India. Now, this Higher Education Council of India is a single umbrella. Okay, it will actually, now we have UGC, University Grant Commission, we have AICTE for all the technical like engineering and so on. Now, apart from medical and law, HECI will regulate all the other degree programs, okay, be it engineering or be it the regular degree programs, all the other degree programs, they will regulate. This is a regulatory body. They will regulate their curriculum, regulate their assessment, examinations, and everything basically. Okay. Autonomy and flexibility, this I have already discussed, that a flexible 4-year undergraduate degree with options of multiple exit and exit. So this I have already discussed. Now let's move ahead. So in the end, we come to the 10th point, that is technology in education. So expansion of platforms like Diksha, digital infrastructure for knowledge sharing to provide quality e-content, e-learning content for students and teacher in multiple languages. So Diksha is a portal where you will find different e-learning content for students as well as for teachers in multiple languages. Okay, this is a government portal. Now they also promote Now promoting digital India, where online and digital education are well recognized to ensure continuity of education through online platforms, especially during disruptions like COVID-19 pandemic. So what happened is that teachers were all of a sudden they were asked to take online classes, right? And the teachers panicked at that moment because most of the teachers were not quite aware of how these online classes were taken. So there, the youngsters, the young teachers, they were able to cope up with the situation, but those a little bit in the middle age or about to retire teacher, they had a real struggle with providing online classes. Okay, so that's why this digital literacy now has been given importance, and digital education are now education like these type of digital degree programs, they are also equally and well recognized for all government and private sector jobs. Okay, now there is Swayam. Swayam means it is just like a TV channel, okay, that offers online courses and lecture for students without internet access. Now, in remote villages, they might not have internet access. So, Swayam is like a DD1, that national TV program. Swayam is a TV channel. They will offer online courses and lectures for students without internet access in their TV itself. Okay. Now, another establishment is NETF, National Educational Technology Forum. Now, NETF will advise institutions on how to integrate emerging technologies like AI, machine learning, data analytics in education. Okay. Now, platforms like Byju's, you must have heard, Khan Academy, use of AI to access students' strengths and weaknesses and offer customized learning paths. They are now introduced in the curriculum. Even online quizzes, gamified assessment, and remote proctoring tools help evaluate students continuously and fairly. Okay, so technology has been used extensively now as in the guidelines of NEP. Okay. Now, to conclude, NEP is a student-centric, flexible, and inclusive policy aimed at transforming Indian education. Okay. It emphasizes creativity, critical thinking, and practical skills, preparing learners for a global future while staying rooted in Indian values. Now, when I was doing my research and when I was in Teach for India, now that was in year 2019, I guess. So I was watching a lot of YouTube videos on different countries' education system. I was reading books, okay, and I was feeling that Indian education system really needs to change. There is a gap. But then when NEP 2020 was introduced, and when I read the whole document, and then I was like satisfied that our educationist and researcher has really done a great job. Okay, they have combined the best of the best global education, and they have also included our Indian values and cultures in the curriculum. So this NEP document is really like a Bible for all educationists, and everybody must follow it in their teaching methodology throughout their teaching career. Okay. So that's about it. I shall be sharing this document with you. I request you to go through it. Apart from NEP, I will also be sharing National Curriculum Framework document and Nipun Bharat document. These three documents are very important, okay, for all teachers. So kindly go through it, and I hope you have understood this session. But if you have any question, any query, do get in touch with me. Okay. Thank you so much, and have a good day ahead. Bye.